Harold, welcome to another review. How's this one day?
How y'all doing?
Today we're reviewing 2012, released in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
It's about how the Mayan calendar predicted that 2012 would be the end of the world. And it basically shows how the world will be ended with everything that changed from then to now.
Yeah.
I love the movie. I've seen it since I was a little kid. Continue to watch it from now and then. It's great.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good movie. Wow movie, but yeah.
We start off with a doctor named Adrian. He works for the U.S. government. He's meeting with one of his doctor friends in India who wanted to show him something that's happening. When he shows up, his son's playing in the rain with a boat, right? And since it's raining very hard, he's like, "Oh, don't hit the kid," to the taxi driver. So he barely misses the kid.
Yeah.
But the water comes and hits the boat over, which reminds me of something that happens later in the movie. But to move on, the doctor shows him after they go underground that the world's tectonic plates are moving.
No, but he said, right, that, because they've been knowing it was moving.
No, I thought this was their first time discovering
I thought he been knew it was moving because he said, remember that thing we was talking about? It's starting to happen. And remember, he's like, you got somewhere we can go? He said, yeah, right here. Remember they got in the thing and went down. He's like, how far we gotta go? I
thought they were saying it's more of a theory, and now,
I'm talking about, that's what I said. At first, I think they had this theory, and then, like he said, what we thought, that theory we had is really coming true because he's saying how things was looking at the time is going to do this in, like you said, 2 years, but
with this information, Adrian goes to the White House. They team up with every other country and stuff, create these arcs in China. But
my thing is they've been had that stuff created because
I thought they didn't have it created since they only said, well, actually, no, you're right, since they only said 3 was ready out of this.
But all this, well, like I said, we'll get to that, but all the stuff that's in them things and all that, man, you ain't just make that yesterday or when he found out, because when they found out that it's going crazy, it's only, 72 hours maybe before the movie's over? You know what I'm saying? That's the span of time. It's not like it's years, 10 years and all this shit. It's like a short distance before it go from normal to wacky.
They think they have 2 years. Turns out, since 2011, it turns out they only have 1 year.
Yeah.
If that. They probably had a few months.
It wasn't even that. What was it? Days? Because it seemed like as soon as he left the dude, he went right to the White House.
I took that as in the past, and then we jumped forward, saying that's why, since with those arts they're building and all that, but I know that stuff might take time.
But the only reason I'm saying, the arts, that shit been in the making. So that's letting you know with him and his Indian friend was thinking was going to happen. They already was prepped for it. The world, the governments that you're talking about, the United Nations, they was already prepped for this. They knew this was going to happen. They was just hiding it from the public.
Like they hide most things.
Or they was hoping that it was going to pass over or it wasn't going to go that way. But they was already prepped for it. You see, they had them 7 joints. But
they had 3 of the 7, right?
But I'm just saying.
You're saying they had them prepared, lined out.
What do you mean 3 of the 7? They tested 3 of the 7.
No, I thought they said only 3 of the 7 are constructed. The other, 4 on the way.
Yeah, that was Bush because, like I said, from when he go in that White House and talk to the people, it was like 72 hours at the max.
I think you're wrong. I think like a few months at most pass, if a year.
And still you fixing them joints that's going to hold hundreds of thousands of people and animals and food and all that.
I don't think you're wrong. I think they might have tested at least tested one, if not all 3 of the arcs. But I think it was still, there's still big things.
The reason I say, of course, they haven't been tested because they had them locked in on them things and it was built for, they had them ready for.
Actually, they actually couldn't go nowhere.
I'm talking about, they didn't have no way to test it. I'm talking about they had to wait for impact. It was so much money because then I don't think they really wanted to test it. Because if it didn't perform right, how much more money you got to find? Because they said billions of dollars. We skipping. Go ahead. Let's get to the movie and we'll get to them scenes. But go ahead.
Basically, we're introduced to Jackson. He's a father of too.
Mm-hmm.
His wife left him for a doctor or a nurse because he was too focused on a book he wrote that didn't sell well. He works as a limousine driver for rich people. He takes his kids camping to Yellowstone Park.
Yeah, they went to Yellowstone. Mm-hmm.
They're being watched by one of the best characters in the movie.
Oh, Charlie.
And they see this one. They hop over a government fence, right? And they see this one ocean lake.
Yeah, because it say no trespassing, and I think the son was like, "No, you can't trespass," and the father and the daughter was like, "Come on."
The son's disrespectful, calling his father Jackson and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I said Jackson gotta be his first name.
I thought Jackson was his last name.
Well, that's cool.
Either way, he's being disrespectful.
Yeah, because I don't think
you're not calling
his last name would be because both of them got the same last name.
And his dad, he's telling him stop calling me that.
Yeah, that's why I said I know Jackson his first name. But go
ahead. But like I said, they find this lake, or what used to be a lake, just melting into the ground.
Yeah, it's dry.
There's a body, like a sliced in half body of a deer, melting into the ground.
That's why I said I thought it was like, I don't think that was a lake. I thought that was like
pond.
No, I think it was like from the volcano or some type of lava or something.
I remember Jackson saying, "When you and
but I'm talking about, I think it was lake, but I'm talking about, I think the lake dried all the way out because I don't think it would be bubbling and melting like that. I think like it dried all the way out in one of them mini little volcanoes because since it's starting to slowly, because why would the deer be cut in half? I mean, burnt up, melted like that?
I guess you're right.
I mean, I'm not sure.
I'm not arguing with you.
I'm just saying.
It makes sense.
It just looked crazy that all the water evaporated, but that little part of the water and the deer right there melted. I think that deer probably tried to throw some water to drink and get cooked. But go ahead.
I mean, it was cut in such a way though. I guess a lot of us says,
yeah.
I'll take the rest of you and leave.
I mean, that's how certain stuff it don't burn all the way. But go ahead.
And they run into Adrian, who's a fan of the book.
Mm-hmm.
His dad died for him, so he loves it more.
Yeah.
His dad's getting on a cruise ship right now with his.
Because he recognized Jackson for them trespassing. Because what somebody called
I don't think
they was already coming.
I think they already come. I think they might have censored. I said, someone.
Or like whatever their radar readings probably says very hot and dry in Yellowstone Park. Like it's probably red on their little radar stuff, but whatever.
Basically, Adrian finds out that Yellowstone Park. It's already started. The thing's already started. Yeah. He calls the White House. The U.S. government, but I think it's all the government, but the U.S. only admits to it. Been killing people who want to say something about it. Yeah,
that mention that the world is coming to an end.
Not people like Charlie, since he's too small in their eyes. More big people like the director of the movie.
And then not even Charlie, because not that he's small, it's just the way he act. People would think he crazy. Yeah. So you an intelligent scientist that you have got great backing, like your research has produced certain things, and you're credible. They want to kill you because people might believe you, but me, I'm a whack.
You're making people
think I act wacko.
People want just looking at you and hearing
like, he's talking
gibberish.
Yeah, but go
ahead. Charlie runs into them though. He basically has this video basically about Earth displacement theory by someone who died from 1890. About how the tectonic plates are going to move. Yeah. People laughed at him, but nowadays look at people.
They the dude back then.
But now they look people saying, "Oh, Pangea is just the supercontinent that broke off." But anyway, and somehow dinosaurs were connected. I don't know.
Because he was saying like 65 billion years since that happened. Or something. He was trying to compare that the new thing is happening just like it happened to the humans, like it happened to the dinosaurs.
What's it called? He brings up the mind thing with the calendar. Mm-hmm. They get out of there. He drops them off home.
Yeah, because Jackson think he told him crazy too.
What's it called? The U.S., I guess the world, the UN, puts out its alert to people who bought tickets. $1 billion set.
And that's why I'm telling you. He dropped the kids off first because he wouldn't have took them to work with him.
I know.
He was arguing with his wife about.
He argued with the wife before they left, but
about spending more time to him once he dropped.
That earthquake happened, so the wife was like, "Get them."
No, but when he went, like you said, and he heard your man about the tickets,
the Russian dude, our man,
Yuri.
Yuri
got the confirmation.
So he's like,
boarding.
so he gets his kids to meet him, I guess, in Las Vegas. Since he's not with them on the plane, I think.
Oh.
Since Yuri's in Las Vegas, his kids are in LA. So I assume he's having the plane since it was.
Yeah, it was a private jet. It was about to take them to him, but one of the kids said something about.
Since Charlie was, I guess.
Said something to Jackson.
Jackson. I think he stepped on his shoe where he was. He did something because the kids are dick.
They disrespectful because they spoiled kids. You know
they're like, we're about to board a ship while you die and we live.
Yeah. He was like, huh? But then he thought about what Charlie was saying.
So by the time he gets to his family, it already started. LA.
No, it didn't.
It was beginning to start because the houses were starting to.
But I don't think that happened yet. Because he was like, come on, hurry up, we gotta go. And she was like, what are you talking about? And then that's when all that stuff started. The streets started falling in, and he's like, well, and that's when she was panicking, like, okay, and they all, her husband,
and they had this cool
and
chase
the kids got in his limo.
Basically, it's just caving in the floor.
Yeah,
and then they had this funny scene. I mean,
and it's splitting in half. And
they were driving.
But that happened in the mall. I mean, that's a part we skipped.
I told you about that.
Store.
When I said the.
Oh yeah, you did say that. My bad. I apologize.
But no, it's supposed to be a comedic scene, which it kind of is. But them trying to speed since the floor falling out, and there's behind two grandmas, and I'm like, go. And like young people and stuff. Yeah. So they leave, and then the grandmas crash into and die.
He said that's a comedic scene.
I said the comedic scene is them behind the grandma trying to say go, and they're like young people, you know. Yeah. They escape, right? Buildings are caving in. It is sick because you see it like falling apart, and people's like, no, you're like trying to hold on, and then it's like
the whole.
Then both the buildings.
Street is splitting up and all that. Yeah, they collapse.
They go through a building. They got one of the sewer pipes let out, so a bunch of fecal matter gets under the car. When he was at the airplane after dropping the kids off, he paid a pilot like, "Hey, when I come back with my family, we take off." He's dead, but since Jim or Gordon,
yeah, because he went back to the.
Which one is it, Gordon, Jim?
He went back to the pop looking for Charlie.
No, the wife's new husband, what's it called? Can fly. They fly and they go, like I said, Yellowstone. Charlie put out like a loop of warning people saying the world's ending, get to safety as far as you can.
Get up high or something to the highest point or something.
Oh, only he knew. Oh, only he knew.
Yeah.
Well, he tried. I mean, he didn't expect it.
Yeah, all he was trying to do, he wasn't even thinking about himself. He was thinking about other people.
He was so smart that he predicted about the Yellowstone thing. He probably knew about the floods.
Yeah, he knew they weren't going to survive that.
But at least he tried.
Yeah,
They found Charlie on the mountains. He's trying to watch this volcano explode. He's like, there's a secret map to where the arcs are being built. It's between Marilyn Monroe and someone else.
Yeah, you got me right now. Once
I
we
don't
got
know.
to talk about Charlie, I lost.
And it's this awesome scene because you start hearing boom behind them. And when they start looking like this, you see geysers starting to pop up. And Charlie's like, it's starting. And he's like, it's beautiful. He's like, why don't you watch Charlie? He's like, all right. I guess Charlie said, I'm not trying to. Yeah. So they get into his thing. They take Charlie's SVR. Or
no, he had a school bus. No, he had an RV.
RV.
Yeah.
And they start riding. Yeah. But by the time we come back to Charlie, that water became lava. And that water is pushing all those mountains and stuff up.
Yeah, that water pressure. What they say, water bus pipe.
I mean, no, it turned into lava by the time we come back to Charlie.
They say pressure bus pipe, but water really bus pipe.
But pressure. It blows up like it's a nuclear bomb, but it's worse. Charlie, he gets it worse. Instead of like the ash or something getting to him, he gets crushed. Well, actually, that's probably better.
That's worse. I'm about to say that might be better than you burning up. Yeah, I don't know about that.
But the ash, like you see, they in the RV, Jackson and his daughter, they started before like it turned to lava. Yeah. By the time you come back to them, it's already walking them down.
Yeah, that black smoke coming.
They have a fake scene where everyone's else in the plane, they're waiting for Charlie, and they're slowly starting to take off. There's no way with all that debris that's falling in the crack in the ground, he had time to grab that map and then get out, and they still was there.
Yeah, I mean.
And the rock, one of those debris, conveniently hit the thing after he got out.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
But it's a movie. Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying in real life he was
dead. Most of that stuff.
Like the entire movie.
I mean, no. I'm talking about that stuff can probably really happen.
No, I'm saying how they all escaped.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't talking about the ships and stuff.
No, but I'm talking about this one family.
Yeah, what they had. Oh, but let's go.
Did they get to Yuri after this?
Well, when they was flying?
They go back to LA since Yuri has a ticket.
Yeah.
But is this before? All of the White House is rallying up and getting like Air Force One, that big plane they have.
Yeah.
But the president, a real president.
Yeah, he said he's gonna stay with the people.
He's the second best president since.
Well, let's go.
His daughter leaves.
Yeah.
So things happening around the world. Volcanoes going up. Did I tell you about the LA thing? It cracked and it fell into the sea.
Yeah.
And then just to make sure for good luck, a giant flood came from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I'm gonna tell y'all something that they don't find out till the end of the movie. There's another flood coming from the other way.
Yeah, the east. Everybody expecting the one coming from the west.
But
there's another one coming from the east.
But they don't find out that till later. So. But anyway, Los Angeles is.
It's done.
It's basically didn't exist.
Yeah, it's split in half. Cause remember, people was sitting on like their balconies over there, and then they just started dropping off into the water.
And that water came over.
Yeah.
They always said it was falling into the water. I guess it did.
Yeah, but.
They get to LA. Yuri's like, why can't I take my plane? Because it's starting to go down. They find another plane, right, that they can take, but they need a co-pilot, Jackson.
I thought that was every plane they took with all them cars on it. That wasn't his plane?
I guess it was his plane, and it just, I guess, got pulled back up.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's
one forgetting that scene a little bit.
Gordon's time to shine. Yuri's pilot him, since he needs a co-pilot. They will fly. Everyone else gets on it. I have a question. Since the ash is coming, since they said it will destroy half the world, which is true. From this it looks like. Mm-hmm. It's probably a big bomb. Biggest, volcano in the world. But anyway, you see this ash is coming, right? And it's the people who's like, lets flights go, right? They're arguing like, you had no permission to fly and stuff.
Yeah, like you gonna stop.
Up.
Yeah. You about to die. You worried about me having...
You should at least say, go.
That was the tower yelling that. As soon as they can say that from the
boom. I would be saying, go.
I wish you like... Take me with you. I would have been running out and trying to get on the plane with you. I was still in the tower.
I'll hold on to the wheel.
People over here tripping.
But since so much of the land is still going, down, they're already starting in the crack.
Yeah.
So they had to pull up, but still there's buildings. But conveniently, all of the buildings sink. That stops them.
No, because remember they had to turn sideways and go in between them.
But I'm saying there was one more building that would stop them, but.
It started crumbling. But why not? Not conveniently. The whole floor was crumbling under them anyway as they was going. Like right behind them, the floor dropping while they ride. But go ahead.
After this or during the scene, we get a sad scene. So, Adrian's dad. What's his name?
Oh, Adrian's dad. I can't. What is his name? His name Nick is one of them. No. Him and his man.
It's a little before Charlie Jeff up. You didn't go back for it.
Yeah.
I think it's Nick and something.
It's like Walt and Nick.
Walt and Nick.
Yeah.
I think his dad's Walt.
Yeah, Nick is the other father.
And basically, Walt gets a call from Adrian. Adrian's like, they would have been killed me since I've been telling you so much.
No, he
said they'll shoot me.
No, he said for what I'm telling you right now, they'll kill me. Yeah, he's like, that thing I told you about,
it's happening. And you see the look on his dad's face. He's like, and you can see on the look of both of their faces that it's basically they know they're not going to see each other again.
And then his father started telling him how proud of him he is. Like, and he's like, I'm sorry, Dad. Like, what you sorry for?
You didn't do it.
Yeah, keep doing it.
They basically both cry saying goodbye. Yeah. And you notice Nick sees something weird. Since Walt says bourbon twice, like 2 cups.
Because they've been together for
I think it's like most of their
forever,
lives.
Yeah.
He's like, for all these years.
He said, you haven't had a drink in 15 years. But before that, the young dude that's serving, that he asked for a double. Remember, he said, give me a double. The dude looking at Nick like, Like, say something. Like, he don't supposed to be drinking. And that's when Nick like, man, what you doing?
And I think after this, he's like, go call your son. You know? And he'll call him later. You know, they escape. Tony calls his son after they escape on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
He basically calls his son, who basically has a family stuff, grandchild.
Yeah, because he haven't spoken to his son in years because his son married a Asian woman, and he haven't spoke to him since she married him.
You
now
can
he got a grandbaby and all that.
But once the son saw her as his dad going, you could see he was like.
But his son
wasn't happy.
His son ain't know for a minute though. That's why I like that they let her and her grandfather have a little conversation before the son and the mother realized, like, what? That's who?
He's like, she's like, who is this for?
Who is this? And then he's like,
it's his father.
Can I speak to something? And she was like,
that's my
you
daddy.
Want my daddy? And then it's like, who's calling?
He said,
and he said his name, and she was like,
I'm his father.
Oh, you my grandpa? He was like, yeah. And she was like, Daddy, it's my grandfather on the phone.
You can see the wife shocked, and the son. I think the son was happy to finally hear from father, but also was
because
like,
really? Because he could tell by the conversation her and his father was having, it was going to be good because she was happy that it was.
And you could hear he
was. Yeah, so.
But as soon as before the son picks up the phone, earthquake
hit. I said, shh.
And all he hears is them screaming in the
background. Yeah,
and
that's all.
And we all know what happened.
Yeah,
I know. After all those years, finally talking to your son, hearing he has a grandchild, then learning that they died as soon as
I always mix that scene up with the other scene with
later.
The Indian dude. Yeah, because I always thought you could see.
And I was just thinking how old he is. And
all them years you carry that petty little beef because and then you got a beautiful grandchild and
now you didn't
go.
You didn't get a chance to talk to your son.
Yeah, let's go.
What's it called? What's it called? Washington. We go back to Washington, right? All that ash and people burning stuff from that volcano.
Yeah.
Finally reached Washington.
Yeah, the earthquake.
And the president.
They was like, that's a 9-point-something earthquake. They like, what, over here? Like, that shit over here. Usually happens over there.
The president's having people like all in the White House, the engine and stuff, like, sit down. Because a girl lost her dad, so he's like, I'll go find your dad.
Because that earthquake happened, and then there was an earthquake at the Vatican, and then they said it was an earthquake inside two earthquakes inside the Atlantic Ocean.
And there was another earthquake at that place that had the giant Jesus. I think that's Brazil.
Oh, that was in Brazil.
You can see it.
That joint crumbled and fell.
I'm talking about Vatican one after the DC one.
But all that, I'm saying, all that's happening at the same time. But yeah, that's what I said.
What's it called?
You was talking about him going and looking for the father.
A bunch of people around the world is praying, which, and one of the people try to get on the president. He's like, his assistant's like, what is he not supposed to do? It's all we can do in this situation. Great assistant. That she died. But no, you see him walking around trying to help people and stuff. The earthquake hit, and what's it called? Fall down. The Washington Monument.
Yeah, the monument.
We'll come back to DC later, though.
The monument fell and crushed. Did it hit the president?
No,
it crushed the people in front of him.
It crushed the people in front of the monument. It didn't really get close to him.
I mean, but it was close. I mean, you could see
the earthquake more
knocked
knocked everyone out.
Yeah.
We go to the Vatican. The prime minister for what's it called? Where is the Vatican? Rome? It's Italy.
Somewhere right
around that area.
Yeah,
the prime minister for that area said, "I'm staying with my family and praying." And you get to see all these people like bunched together in there.
Italy is in Rome, right?
Huh? India?
I said Italy is in Rome.
I think so. Okay.
I
know they're close.
Italy.
I know they're close to each other. I can't.
Please forgive me.
You have
with that.
You have the bishop. You have the Pope praying with everyone.
Yeah, you got all the cardinals.
And everyone.
And
I like it.
Bishops,
as soon as the earthquake hit, you know that statue of the white man, or I guess it's supposed to represent humanity, but it's the white man trying to touch God's hand.
Oh, yeah. You talking about in the what's that?
The 16th chapter.
Yeah.
I think. Forgive us if that's wrong. But you can see the crack perfectly forms
like
the saying,
between,
the finger saying, I think that's saying God saying. I'm not with y'all on this one.
I don't know what it's saying. He's crazy. Disclaimer.
I'm just saying, since y'all wanted to poison the earth and all this, kill this thing that's supposed to give y'all life, I can't really help you in this situation. Y'all did this to yourself. Basically, that big building, though, I guess that's their big, I guess, temple. I don't know what it's called. Again, forgive me. Is it called the Sistine Chapel, or is that the painting?
I think the painting is called the Sistine. I'm not
basically
sure.
The Pope's home, I guess, wherever that's called.
The Vatican.
The Vatican.
Yeah.
It falls and it crushed the Prime Minister and a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
I think also a volcano happens, but we don't see the volcano. I think that happens later.
I mean, it was happening all over the world. When they showed it back up, you see fires all over.
Mm-hmm. We go back to the genesis of the fathership of Walt and Nick, and basically one of the waves start coming now, bigger than ever, bigger than shit.
Because at first it started shaking, but the whole time it ain't shaking. That joint lifting that joint up
and
pushing that joint turning sideways. I said, ooh.
And the worst part is, everyone else goes down. Walt goes outside and he looks at it straight on.
Yeah, he see that joint.
And they just go.
Was that Walt or was that Nick? Which one is Walt?
I think the black guy is Walt, and the white man is Nick.
Okay, well,
but we know their names is Walt and Nick. We just don't know which one's which. Yeah. We believe it's the black man who's Walt.
Yeah, he went out and had his back to the boat.
And he just watched that thing hit him. And the worst part is you can see a bunch of other people like as the boat flips, screaming stuff, and you just hear them.
Yeah, that don't stop.
You just hear screamings, and you hear nothing. Silence.
Yeah, like they got swallowed by the ocean.
Next thing we come to
oh, that's why I said, was that the Genesis?
Yeah, that was the Genesis.
That got smacked all the way into the president?
No, that was one of the battleships.
Oh, yeah, that was the SS,
John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
So the president wakes up, right, in the flood. It's reached the sea by now.
Mm-hmm.
And it brings the SS John F. Kennedy to crush the current president in the White House.
Hey, punished him.
John F. Kennedy crushed the president in the White House. I wonder why they chose that battleship. Interesting choice. Best president ever. But anyway, my favorite.
Oh, okay. I didn't argue with you. That's your opinion. But...
is this when they do? Is this when they went to Dubai and it's blown up? We come back to the ship, right? Yusuf, right? Yuri and Jackson's family. Yuri family and Jackson.
Yeah, because they supposed to go meet something in Dubai or something.
Oh, Yuri only helps them because the new husband of Jackson's wife did the plastic surgery on Yuri's girlfriend.
Yeah. On her breast. Yeah.
She doesn't like it though. Yuri made him do it. Guess what, Yuri?
I don't really like that. You
went through with it. You could say
no. You know he was
Yuri's
gonna cut
you.
You know he's gonna cut you off if you do it. Didn't. But anyway, let's keep going. We ain't gotta talk about that.
And they say Yuri asked for a discount.
Yeah. He said he was cheap. He asked for a discount.
He saying it wasn't even worth the full price.
Yeah, he going to pay installments too.
Yuri's a great guy.
Yuri said, "Man, I paid $3 billion straight up for tickets." Man.
Yeah, no. Jackson asked how much you paid. $1 billion per seat.
Yeah.
And he said he paid $3 billion.
Yeah.
And there's 5.
That, I mean, you know.
And there's 5 people with Yuri, so I'll let you do the math.
No, but we can get to that because we ain't get there yet.
They're gonna land in Dubai for gas, because you know they've been flying for a while. When they get out of those clouds of Dubai, you don't even see people. You just see lava flowing, a volcano going off.
Yeah, the whole thing is just.
It's like everyone's gone. Basically.
Yeah, it just like you said, it just looked like the inside of a volcano, all lava everywhere. Mm-hmm.
You can still see buildings standing, but you also see some slowly melting.
Yeah.
They're gonna crash land in the next hour or so. We'll come back when it's an hour.
Because what did he say, hour? Because they're running out of fuel.
By the time we come back, they're crashing. So I assume an hour go by. What's it called? The family, the president, all of them make it. My bad. Not the great president. His staff. Who decided to leave him.
And all that.
The fat dude.
They decided to leave him. He said he was staying.
He was a real commander in chief to the end.
Yeah, he said, I can't lead the people. I'm going to stay with the people.
A real president.
Everybody can't get on the ship. And he said we had enough. That's what he said. He said we got enough politics. We had enough of that. We need more life or something. Or somebody won't miss a politician.
Great speech. Basically, we don't need it. But anyway, they land, right? They're boarding. And Adrian's like, what about all these people that do work and stuff? He's like, you want to give up your spot? And your spot talking to President Door? That's fine with me. I'm the commander-in-chief.
Oh, the new dude standing in as president.
Since the vice president didn't make it through the...
Because they found out by now that the president's dead and he's in charge.
They said the last signal from D.C. was over.
So yeah, he was in charge.
And the vice president, I think, like, flew into ash. So
he been down.
So now the fat dude is commander-in-chief. Fat-faced. I don't know what his name is. He's some dude who's supposed to control.
It doesn't matter. He's in charge.
Adrian and the president's daughter are bored. They like each other. They feel each other.
I said that. You seen that when they first kind of met? Because she asked him about the books. He was.
You saw that.
No, but I'm talking when he was watching.
Oh yeah, Adrian loves books because his dad is traveling the road since he's a musician. So for every book he read, he got ice cream cone. So he said he was a pretty fat kid when he grew up.
Yeah.
No girls.
He was fat. He's like, yeah, you should see the pictures.
Oh, but anyway, they like each other, and he's the one comforting her over his dad. Moving on, they crash. Yuri and the Jacksons.
Yeah, they had to do a crash landing.
But before they crash, they see all these one of every animal, female and male, getting boarded.
That was after they crashed.
No, that's why they're going down. Remember they saw the planes going by? No, that was after?
Yeah, because what happened was they was about to crash,
they got in the car.
They got into the Bentley,
and he's like,
the last car, because it was like 12 cars.
He's like, it won't start. He's like,
and that's why I said you knew that was Yuri plane, and you told me, I don't know if it was his plane, because he said, everybody be quiet.
But it stopped.
No, he said, engine start. Yeah.
I love how
and
he talks.
was turned on because they was trying to turn them, and he was like, it's voice command.
No, that was in the last one. I thought that was in the first one since all those cars came out after them.
Yeah, I mean, well, it was the last one. I mean, it was the last one in the back, like when I'm saying the last one, because it's farthest away from the cockpit where they was at in the plane. Remember, they went all the way to the back.
Oh, okay,
that's what
I'm
saying.
Also, Jackson and his wife starting to like each other again.
Yeah, and the husband noticed it.
But he acted like he just got down there.
Yeah, because he was looking.
And Jackson hugging her.
So creep ass.
And you can see with the hug, he's like, oh, there.
Oh, shit, I know that hug.
But anyway, they see the Chinese helicopters getting
No, but before that, your man, he had to die, remember? Because he told
Sasha
Gibson to get out of there. What's her husband name? Gordon. Yeah, told him to get on.
Sasha's
dummy. Yeah, Sasha was like, I gotta hold it.
He got it stopped right
at the edge.
The idiot didn't think about gravity and the laws of physics.
No, I ain't gonna call him an idiot. He just happy that, hey, I made it, I lived. And he ain't react fast enough because I'm with you. Because when it's sliding, he looking, so he see that it's heading over the edge. He ain't thinking to run back.
I was like, by the time it goes over the edge.
If he just ran off the brake, but I'm saying in his head, he like, we crash land, boom, all that stuff. It stopped before falling over. He thinking, oh man, I made it.
Falls over.
Mm-hmm.
Gravity killed him.
Yeah, definitely did that.
Yuri, the Chinese people, helicopters are getting animals over
and they see them.
Every animal.
It's like that's why I told you, Joe, like Noah's Ark.
They are Noah's Ark.
But anyway, get to the.
I think each one has 2 of every animal. One male, one female. Yuri, the plane lands, and Yuri's like, I have a green pass.
Because they seen him, they was like, oh. And
the dude was like, down there.
The Asian guy, he pointed down there. Because they was like a Chinese, that was the Chinese.
They're still preparing the arcs, though.
I ain't talking about preparing the arcs. They are loading the arcs up. That's why I'm talking about what you talking about preparing. We need to go back and watch it. After this, watch that little time. It wasn't a long time, like you said. And I think they said only one of them was bad. But
one of them had the roof crushed in from the first starts of it.
But the Chinese man, go ahead.
Yuri said, I have 3 passes. Green pass.
She said 3. Like,
This is some type of joke. He's like, I know about the affair with Sasha.
Yeah.
And he tells Jackson and his family, sorry.
Yeah, I only had 3.
I
think he felt bad about.
I think he was cool with them.
I think he felt bad about all of it, even her. He was just hurt, even though he been knew about her and Sasha, because like you said, he been bought the ticket, so he been cut her out, but he was just dragging her along for this moment. I think
he's more hurt with the Jacksons though. Like, hey, I actually like y'all. Y'all not bad.
Yeah, probably so.
If it was a different situation.
Because Jackson probably was closer, because Jackson used to take care of his kids and stuff.
If it was a different situation.
I didn't mean take care of him, but drive him around, keep him safe. But go ahead, let's go.
Yeah, no, Yuri felt sorry, so they left. They, all of them started walking for a while. That's when they saw our line. He asked for me for a discount and paid the rent. Yuri's a great dude. He's great. What's it called? Then, in between of these, we see up in like the Himalayas, monks, and they basically we don't have the DVD, so we didn't know what they're saying. I'm more guessing what they're saying. Like, we need to evacuate. We know this one.
The elder was telling.
The elder's like, I'm too old.
No, he was basically saying I gotta stay here and warn the people like when it's coming.
But also, I thought he was saying I was too old. I can't really do much. This is with the tea pouring, where he had to say enough, and help him like put it back down. I thought that was more saying I'm not.
Maybe so.
He gets his grandmother, his grandfather, and drives to the Arks.
Mm-hmm.
He picks them up because the grandmother's like, pick them up, you know.
Yeah, because they see his kids.
And they get to the gate. His brother's working on them.
Yeah, that's why I figured his big brother.
Yeah. Or a family member of his.
But I assume his big brother or
big cousin. One of them.
Because how he acting towards him.
And he basically like, hey, what's with them? And,
and
and Jackson and his wife is like, hey, just leave all 3 of us or 4 of us. Just take the kids.
Yeah, just take them too.
But since the big brother's a good dude, he's like.
And then I think the grandmother said something too, like.
It killed me though that while he's speaking in their language, as soon as they wanted to stop talking, he's like, all right. He's probably out in American. They get up on the ship, right? Yuri's like, hey, why can't we board? So Yuri's like, what your turn? And stuff. The big brother's like going through like the manual system of the stuff. Inside. Yuri and stuff break through. The door's starting to open since Adrian's like, you open those doors now.
Yeah, but he started having a little soliloquy. And made all the and all the other people feel sorry.
Oh.
We supposed to be full of people. How are we going to leave all these people to die? We got all this space. Because remember when he first went in, I respect Adrian. When they was like, this your room. And he looked at it, he's like, what the hell is this? They got silver, glass goblets.
He's like, 10 people can fit in here.
Yeah, could have had room for 10 people.
Saying that is so much.
Extra bullshit.
Saying so many extra lives could have been saved. But no, he gets to the rest of them, they open the door, right? This is bad, because at the time of the doors opening, it's trying to make a pulley system go down. So, and what's it called? The jackhammer they using to open the thing got dropped. And since the brother's leg was, around it.
It fell into the thing.
His leg got crushed.
Yeah, he crushed his foot.
Gordon got off a lot worse.
Yeah. That thing sucked Gordon all the way in.
It killed me, the noises I was making.
Yeah, I said, that was jerking. I said, he making that sound, man.
I'm making it like I was in there with him.
Hey, that joke, I said, damn, Gordon.
No, I'm saying that's the noise I was making every time Jordan was going there. Like,
I'm talking about Gordon was in there, he wasn't even screaming for real.
I guess it crushed his lungs so fast he didn't use it.
When the feet went.
I guess he said that pain I had to be quiet.
Man.
Also, Yuri and stuff, kids nearly got pushed over. Yeah, she calls the dog on the girlfriend.
And Jackson and them had to like that to get on the jump.
And basically, Jackson got crushed. The brother, like I said, though, got eaten. But no,
Jackson didn't get crushed.
Remember Jackson got...
I mean, Gordon. Jackson almost got crushed. He was laying up under that joint, and if that... They was lucky that drill fell in that thing. Because it couldn't shut all the way. Remember it comes in. They said it won't open all the way, and that's when the people just started climbing up on the platform to get on.
What's it called? I'm sorry, I was distracted by something.
No, why you go back to that? We passed it.
She picked up the dog and stuff. The door nearly slammed on her hand when she gave Yuri the middle finger, but
yeah, because Yuri While he down with the two boys, she talking about. That's why I said she was a piece of shit. Even though Yuri left you, why you beefing with the boys?
They're the children.
But they probably was. I don't know. They just disrespectful. So they
but no, Yuri had to get his boys back up. The black dude killed me.
Because Yuri was trying to climb up, but he couldn't get up. Remember, he grabbed the dude's leg.
He had to push the sons up, but since it was still going up higher, he couldn't get them up there.
Because when they finally got up, the door was about to start. What, it was starting to close, right?
No, but the black dude killed me. He's like, hold this notebook. Run and did the slide.
Yuri had to grab something by the leg. Like, oh. Throw him, man. While he throwing him, it threw himself off the edge. Yeah, he said, fuck, it was worth dying for that. Real man, real father. Great dude. Yeah, worth dying for that.
Yuri's just a great character.
But go ahead.
Jackson, they get the doors right, but then the flood came.
Yeah, because the door couldn't shut all the way.
So they couldn't.
The jack was still in there. And the water would start. All the rest of them was closed, but theirs shit. And the water started coming in, and Jackson, what did he?
There's doors since so much water was getting in. So with his wife, and his son, the one door closed. Then it was the ex-girlfriend Yuri and the daughter
on one side.
And since she saw the doors closed, she's like, get over and put the dog with her. And so she's with the people. Since Adrian and them came down to try and help them. So basically the flood came, right? They got launched off, right? But they're not able to power it. So
the door still couldn't close, so they said they'd still get punished because the thing was showing them they were about to run into a glacier. Yeah.
Jackson get the thing unloosed since all the bumping on things helped it. And the doors, if they were closed.
Yeah, because him and his son, he told his son to stay right there. That's when his son finally started calling him dad. Like, I love you and all that. And he's like, stay right here, I'll be back. But his son followed him the whole time with the flashlight. He wound up needing it. Yeah. But
they hit the glacier, but it's not hard enough where it's going to damage.
But because they hit something at first.
They hit the glacier and the snow fell and cracked the window.
But no, I'm talking about what made the
boat go?
The hose come loose from
the plane. The plane came down. Air Force One or something. It hit the thing, so they got launched. They hit walls in different like glaciers and stuff, and that just more helped it get loose.
While he was shaking it, it popped out.
But he had to pull it from the other end and stuff. He dropped the jackhammer, but nowhere near the gear. So
he had to pull it from the other end to get the cord out.
We jump, and after this, they submerged. We jump a year and a month and 27 days later, and they're surfacing. All the arcs are in formation now, they're saying. And it's the first day since like all the ash left and stuff, so they can let people out on their decks.
Because they already got helicopters and stuff flying around.
They launched the helicopters before they let everyone else out. You can see the platform where the helicopters were coming off.
But I don't think that's what happened. Because
they also had time to put up the American flag.
No, because I don't think that, because remember they said we finally have land that we can go to. And that's why I think everybody started coming out, because they was like the Himalayas is this height.
But Africa now the tallest in the world. And
then Africa was the tallest, and it was out of the water, and there was enough land for them.
And Africa moved the entire locations.
It was moved like into the middle of the whole
It was near like I think where South America was.
Yeah, but it looked like it was but Africa didn't move. It looked like it reunited again. All the continents and stuff came back together again. That's what it looked like to me. But you could see
I thought they were
shaped like Africa.
I thought it was slowly coming back together.
I think all of it was basically back together, kind of, and it was just shaped like Africa, because Africa is the original spot of the first man. That's why I think it went back to that. Because
early in the movie they were saying like the Antarctica was now where the super volcano was.
Yeah.
So saying it went from being very hot to just.
It was in like it shifted all the way to like.
It came from all the way.
The North Pole to like the Midwest or something.
It went from being very hot in Yellowstone to being.
But they said the whole Earth was going to spin.
So yours right. So they're probably all combined.
That's why I say all of us back together, but it was shaped kind of like Africa.
But
it was just so big. That's why you said it was like where South America was.
We had to restart where it all began.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to head there. But they had the time to put up the U.S. flag from the ship.
Yeah, all of the ships probably put up their thing, but
I don't think you had the time for that. But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Oh, quick thing.
Please leave a comment.
Jackson's raising Yuri's kids now. I think.
No, I think it's going back to old school. Take a village to raise a child. So I think everybody is raising everybody because the world, once the water dry all the way up, or down back to regular sea level or stuff.
Everything's gone. All
you're going to have big trucks, buildings, and all that. So
all your technology is gone.
So you're going to be back the old way. You're going to have to break all that stuff down and use certain stuff for stuff. It'll
take centuries, probably decades before they're back to whatever. But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, like I said. The notification bell. And comment what the next video will be. Our next video will be little things.
All right. Say comment what the next one be. Then you're going to tell them what the next one.
What you want the next one to be.